Hey guys, I want to take a little time today to talk about there will be four, but three really cool knives that I had Andrew on Friday night to talk about these little Lucky Dog knives that he designs in the US, and then he has made by a gentleman by David Mary Customs, who is a custom maker out of Canada. Instead of having these knives mass produced in China, he has small batches made over in Canada. So about a year ago, he launched Lucky Dog Knives, and he launched this first little design, which he did in 3V at the time. It ran the price up there a little bit, but this is a 3V ranch dog, kind of a little spay blade, handmade, designed by David, but handmade, or designed by Andrew, but handmade by David. Fantastic little work knife. This knife has been used all around the house, all around the yard. It's got scratches in the blade. Probably needs to be sharpened, but it's still very, very keen edge. And just a fantastic EDC fixed blade. I'm a huge fan of these little knives. I was so glad when he released these other two and sent them by for me to check out. The two that he sent, and he'll have this one coming back in stock in AEB-L this summer. He'll also have a new knife called the River Dog, kind of a spear point, coming in this summer. But right now on the site, he's got two. He's got the Guard Dog, which we saw in 3V last year. This little guy is still designed by Andrew, handcrafted by David Kidd in Canada. David Mary Custom. Andrew Kidd is a designer. David Mary Custom is the one that designed these. But this is a little kind of a sheep's bill. It's called the Guard Dog. It's a very gentle sheep's foot and hogbill kind of combination. You could sharpen this with the regular stone, but it's a very nice profile for ripping down cardboard, for cutting paper, for cutting food, for cutting pruning out in the yard, for cutting back really anything, because that hogbill blade pulls everything in kind of a gentle way into the cut. So it's a really nice little package. I love this little knife. It is an AEB-L steel. It's going to come in under $180, probably around 170 something. I'd have to check that out. I'll leave a link to the website. And finally, my favorite new one that is in stock now is the Lucky Dog BullDog. The BullDog is a small little 4 to 7.5, 4.75 inch knife in Micarta. This is burgundy Micarta with an AEB-L, kind of a ram's foot because it gets taller at the front here. Flat grind, super, super slicey. Means absolute business whether you're cutting paper, whether you're cutting cardboard, whether you're using it to do rip cuts, whether you're using it as a claw for self-defense. It is just a wonderful little utility knife. It's of the smaller size, or the smaller variation, but it works very, very well. All Andrew's knives, all these Lucky Dog knives, are set up with deep concealment carry Model 5 clips, which allow them to connect to the sheath down here low, and then allow you to carry them deep pockets. So for example, if I was going to take these jeans out and pop this little guy in there, it's going to be hard to get out, but we'll deal with that when we get there. That's how much pocket is pretty much taken up. Very small profile, very easy to get the knife in and out of pocket. Locks right up. Whoops. And then you kind of get a little wiggle to get it over that it catches in two places. That's why these clips are so good, these deep concealment carry clips. But when you get them in, they're not going anywhere. And when you get them out, you just got to kind of finagle with it. And as you can tell, I'm having a bitch of a time finagling with it. But so much so that it's about to piss me off. Which I don't want to be pissed off by a fucking pocket clip. But that's life. What the fuck are you going to do? But anyway, David Mary Customs. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. Look at these against a couple of other knives. And then get some quick measurements. Because two of them are going to be pretty close to the same size. One of them is going to be a little smaller. Let's unsheath these guys. They all do come with little lanyards. They can easily be removed if you're not a lanyard guy or gal. So they're going to be much smaller than a Benchmade bug out all the way across the board. They're going to be bigger with the exception of the BullDog, which is going to be smaller than the Civivi Baby Banter. And then if we wanted to look at these next couple of fixed blades, we could look at it next to the straight line digger. It's going to be right about the same line size as a straight line digger. Look at a little TKL Melissa Warren EDC. It's going to be about the same size as that. And then we could take one more look at kind of an obscure knife that I'm really liking. The Tucson TS580. Small little knife. It's going to be a little bit bigger than these guys. So they're going to weigh in roughly, if we were going to take our tape measure, our full size guard dog and river dog, or river dog, is going to be right at a little over 5 3/4, right under 6, and 4 3/4, right over 2.5, between 2.5 and 2 3/4 inch blade, 2 3/4 inch blade, and 1 3/4 inches, a little bit over, with a nice 2 3/4 inch handle on the BullDog, 3 1/4 inch handle on the guard dog, and right about a little over 3 1/4 on the ranch dog. All of them very nice specimens, AEB-L steel, all available with the exception of this one on the website now. They do come with these Boltaron sheaths, which are a little bit more hardy than Kydex. They form a little better. They're more chemical resistant. They're more wear resistant. Super nice knives. Again, these are made or designed by Andrew Kidd at Lucky Dog Knives. Stay sharp. And they are made by David and Mary Customs in Canada in small batches, so you guys can get a handmade knife designed by American maker. Keep all the money here in the North America, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. All I ask is that you please help me thank all the channel members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank anyone who comes in and watches my knife, my EDC content. I want to thank you. And I just want to ask, if you would, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon. Hit that thumbs up button. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.